So I'm Darby. I'm back again for another guitar tutorial. Again, I'm just teaching some basic guitar, and if you're keeping up with my videos down below, last week I taught some basics to the strings, and I taught you 2 chords. So I would just like to review a little bit first. So, remember, these are the strings. Everybody gets dessert after eating. E, B, G, D, A, and E. Remember how we have 2 E notes. The low E and the high E. Alright, so today I would like to also review the frets. So basically we just have our frets. These are the little metal bars in between our strings to kind of help us keep track of where our notes are all along the strings. So again, if you'll remember from last week, the C chord, your first finger goes in the first fret of the B string. The middle finger goes on the second fret of the D string. And your ring finger goes on the third fret of the A string. So remember, it sounds like this. And again, on the C string, we only play the bottom 5 strings. We leave out the low E. Last week, I also taught you the G chord. And it was your first finger goes on the second fret of the A string. Your middle finger goes on the third fret of the low E. And then your ring finger goes on the bottom string, the third fret, the low E. And remember, it sounds like this. And you play all chords, all strings. So this week, I would like to teach you the A chord and the F chord, which this is a trickier one and it's not used as much, but yeah, this is personally one of my favorites. I like the deep kind of blues sound of it. And I would also like to teach you the D chord. So we're learning 3 chords today, and that is the D chord. Alright, so the A chord. Your ring finger goes on the B string of the second fret. Your middle finger goes on the G string, also of the second fret. And your first finger goes on the D string, also of the second fret. So all your fingers are placed on the second fret, and it sounds like this. This is another chord where you only want to play the bottom 5 strings. And so next is the F chord. So a way I like to remember the F chord is by going from C, and then all I do is move my middle finger down 1 string and my ring finger down 1 string, and I'm right there. So the F chord, you want your first finger, first fret of the B string, your middle finger on the second fret of the G string, and your ring finger on the third fret and D string. And it sounds like this. This is also another one to only play with the bottom 5 strings. Alright, now the last chord for today, I'll teach the D chord. So, our first finger goes on the the G string of the 2nd fret. The middle finger goes on the high E, on the 2nd fret, while your middle finger goes on the 3rd fret on the B string. And this one's actually, so all the other ones I've taught you today are play the bottom 5. This one's actually only play the bottom 4. This is kind of a higher chord, but so that's why they only want you to play the bottom 4 and really make those notes ring out really well. Also, another thing while we're here that I want to discuss with you real quick is picks. See, a lot of people like to use picks. I'm more comfortable without a pick, and I can make the strumming patterns, I can do strumming patterns better without a pick. It's really just kind of a preference thing. A lot of people like picks. It kind of depends on the style you want to go for, just your personal preference. So, alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Make sure to give me a like and subscribe, check out my other videos, and I'll keep you posted. See you next week.